What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy C-Bass from the 13th round. And we're here today to talk about the back and forth on Twitter between Rolly Romero and Devin Haney, and a possible fight between the two looks likely. We also going to be talking about what that means for the fight between Ryan Garcia and Devin Haney, the fight that all of us want to see. Let's check out what Rolly and Devin were saying on Twitter. Some dude tweeted at Rolly and said, "Fight Haney." Rolly responds by saying, "He likes to sue people when he loses, but I'd knock him out cold. Let's make it happen." Devin responds by saying, "We could have made this fight months ago. Now you desperate," which is kind of true. Rolly responds by saying, "Oh, now that I called your bluff, you want to run away. So much for the big tough guy act. Sign the contract." He's calling out, he's saying, "Debo Dev, you ain't Debo, boy." Devin responds, "What contract?" Rolly, "Shut the fuck up." Rolly then responds by saying, "You say sign the contract more than anyone in boxing. Stop acting like anyone is ducking you. My manager reached out to your dad, sign the contract," and then post receipts of Devin Haney saying sign the contract to multiple fighters. Devin then responds by saying, "Yeah, when a real contract is actually sent, dumbass. Fuck you and your manager. You made up all these reasons not to fight me, so now stand on it. Go fight that mandatory." Which is true. I mean, he did say he wanted Devin to get the rematch with Ryan, and that fighting him was a waste of time.
You don't want to fight Devin because he's boring.
No, because it's a waste of my time.
Rolly's mandatory is Shakram Gayasov. Nobody knows who the fuck that is. They're going to pay Rolly 14 cents to fight that dude. Devin Haney then responds to Rolly by actually responding to a tweet that Dan Rayfield sent out. The WBA informed Dan Rayfield that Romero versus Shakram for purse bid at 147. Mandatory. And Devin responds to that by saying, "It all makes sense now." Devin also responds to Rolly by saying, "Rolly don't want to fight that mandatory. He's going to get paid pennies and probably lose," which is honestly kind of facts. He's not going to get paid anything to fight Gayasov. And Rolly versus anyone is a 50-50 fight. I'm not going to lie to you. Rolly's that bad. Like, he's pretty shit. Like, I'm not going to lie to you. That's why, like, he was probably ducking Devin Haney for the longest, thinking he was going to get the Ryan rematch. And then when that fell through, and noticed that he was probably going to be mandated to fight Goyasev, he was like, fuck it, let me get paid and at least fight Haney for unification. Then Haney puts out a tweet saying, "I know his manager was Lewis. That's my guy. Since way back. We haven't got a call from him, though." After he said, "Fuck you and fuck your manager," he was like, "That's my guy, though." Like, what?
What did he say fuck me for?
The last thing that Devin said was, "My father spoke to Lewis, Rolly's manager. Rumors are true. Let's see if we can get this done, inshallah." Let's start off with why Devin Haney and Ryan Garcia didn't happen. Ryan said Devin was the B-side. Devin said, "You lost to Rolly one fight ago in a 12-0 shutout. You're the B-side. I've been a champion for way longer than you." And honestly, that's kind of true. But if we're also being honest, Ryan does sell way more tickets than Devin. He's way more popular. And I personally don't think Ryan should be the A side, even though he sells more tickets, just because he's been so up and down in his career and just became a world champion at the age of like 27, 28, whatever he is. That's why that fight fell through. They couldn't agree on who was going to be the A side, who was going to be the B side. I feel like Rolly was waiting around for this Ryan rematch to happen so bad. He hasn't fought since that fight. I think that ended up hurting him because he could have been fought Devin like months ago. Devin was calling him out like, "Oh, Rolly versus Haney, like Rolly versus Haney." That's all we were hearing for a little bit. And then Rolly was like, "I'm not wasting my time fighting Devin. He should go get his lick back from Ryan." Because I think Rolly thought Ryan would beat him again. And then that would set up a rematch between him and Ryan. But since that didn't happen, that kind of left Rolly in no man's land. Now the WBA is going to mandate you to fight a dude we've never even heard of. And you're like, wait, I don't want to fight that dude for nothing. Like, I'm not going to get paid big money to fight that dude. So now you're looking for unification when this fight could have been done months ago. And now Devin's like, the ball's in my court. Go fight your mandatory. But honestly, I think Devin was just talking shit. He knows a fight between him and Rolly would sell out and do like pretty decent numbers and get both fighters paid. But what I really think is happening here, Devin is going to fight Rolly. The reason why Ryan isn't fighting Rolly is because they don't want to risk Ryan losing again and then never getting the Ryan Garcia versus Devin Haney match again. So they're going to feed Rolly to Devin, and I think Lewis Crocker is going to fight Ryan Garcia, and that's going to set up an undisputed fight between Ryan Garcia and Devin Haney, making that one of the biggest fights you can make in America. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. That's just my thoughts and opinion. I'd like to hear y'all's. See y'all in the next one.